Well, all right, all right, all right, all right. This is pre-recorded. It's Friday, September the 27th. So by the time you hear this taping, it will be September the 29th. It's Sunday, 7 p.m. If you want to think about me, I will be in California somewhere at either Newport Beach, Marina del Rey. This is my time. What I know for sure is that I don't want to be in Las Vegas, Nevada. So remember, this is a podcast, and it's a podcast, and it is basically for survivors. So hopefully you can just tap in with me a moment. This is very difficult. I am 3 days away from the second anniversary. I graduated today from physical therapy. I've been in physical therapy a little bit over 1 year. And if you've been keeping up with me, I've been driving for about 3 weeks or a month now. No more than a month, but just pretty much in my surrounding areas, about 5-10 miles max. So today, this episode is number 14, Faith and People, and just how we discovering people as we're on this journey. I have to call it a journey because when we think about it, we go into why not me? Meaning, why wasn't I killed? Meaning, why was I saved? Then sometimes you start having a guilt, like feeling guilty, like I'm still here and the other person is not. Why? So when we think about why not me, it opens up doors to a lot of questions. We may not have the answers. That's why it's still so puzzling. But what we have to do is regroup, try to get our, can I use the word swag? Try to get our swag back, or acknowledging the new you, because you will never be the same, but you can't just get stuck there. So we have to have a mindset and be open for the new, because some things, a couple of years ago, maybe you didn't like to do, but now you may embrace them. You understand? Do you feel me? Let's go ahead and do a couple of snaps on that. So, let me welcome you. Thank you so much for subscribing and tuning in to Why Not Me, Li Shey Johnson podcast. Feel free to email me at Li Shey, Lishey Johnson at gmail.com. You can also catch one of 88 YouTubes that are out there. The YouTubes are titled Why Not Me, October 1, Li Shey Johnson. So I'm going to just take a little bit of water because, like I said, today has been very challenging for me, as well as exciting, if you will, being that I graduated. But at the same time, this is a place of where I've been for 5 days a week, 2 hours a day for the last year. So it's almost like my home away from home. I've been to therapy over 166 times, and my ankle is not better. So you graduate, but then you're still not better. How? How is that possible? So what that means is that I plateaued at where I was. That doesn't necessarily mean that I am better. So my shoulder feels better, but the ankle does not. So I'm good for about a good 20 minutes on my foot. So when you talk about non-weight bearing, basically that's what it is. And you know what? I'm every bit of 180 pounds. So I cannot put a lot of weight on my right ankle. I'm due to get my second opinion on October the 15th. So when I say, and sometimes people say, I'm going to pray for you. Well, let me tell you what to pray for. We pray that there is something that can be done for my ankle and that my ankle will get better. And prayerfully, I do not need to have a second surgery. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today's episode is discovering people and then your faith. So my situation is I'm a survivor of the Las Vegas massive shooting where 58 were killed, over 400 people injured, including myself. Now, prior to that, remember I told you, if you've been following along, I've been an event planner in this town for over 15 years. So people know me as the event planner. I called it a person that was great at selling chicken piccata, roasted chicken, baked chicken. That's what I did. I am a dynamic event planner. So remember, I am not a psychiatrist. I am not a therapist. I am walking through my journey with you in efforts of maybe something that I may say may help you. Or if you would like me to share your story, or I suggest you try a podcast yourself, because I learned on the internet. So everything now is available on the internet. And this is a way for me to share my story without someone saying, hey, how you doing? I made up some business cards and I said, you know what? Why don't you just tune in on Sunday at 7 p.m. and just hear. You'll be able to hear what I'm going through because I'm going to share it. And this way, I don't have to break down in front of anybody. Because guess what? You have to be careful with who you share your story with. You have to be careful of who you let in that space. We are, you and me, very vulnerable at this time, almost like a child state of mind. So when you share your story, be careful who you share it with. Because sometimes you think everybody is for you and they're really not for you. Or if you share your story, people are going to say, what can I help you with, or what can I do for you? When you share that and then you tell them, and then if they don't do it, how does that make you feel? I can give you an example. I told an individual, you could really help me if you would just take me every 3 weeks to get my groceries. That's all. Even though I would like to go once a month and get my nails done and get a pedicure, I didn't ask anybody to do that for me. What I really needed was someone to take me to the grocery store because I'm unable to walk with my cane or walk with the scooter or the walker and push the buggy and go to the market. And when I go grocery shopping, typically I would buy for 3 to 4 weeks because I don't know when I'm going to get another ride to go to the grocery store. So I'm just sharing. So maybe you can relate, or maybe you can relate to something like this. So remember, I have not been driving for 1 year. Do people think I need to eat, or the so-called friends, or would like to get out of the house? I've been confined in the house, and I am such a go-getter. But over the last 2 years, I haven't been able to go get shit. Let me just break that down for you. So anyway, let me go back to, so I asked the individual, and believe me, they said, oh, I love you, I love you, I love you. Let me know if you need anything. Let me know if you need anything. I said, yes, I do. If you can just see that I get to the grocery store every 3 weeks, because I know you got a life. I know you got a life. But if you could just check on me every 3 weeks and take me to the market. You don't have to call and see if I need to go. Of course I need to go. Just take me to the market. That would be greatly appreciated. Well, make a long story short, I'm talking about it because it never happened. So I'm telling you, don't expect people to do things for you that you would do for somebody else, because we are who we are and we do it from our heart. Everybody doesn't have the same heart as you do. Let me say that again. Everybody don't have the same heart as you do, meaning compassion, meaning care about other people. For me, as an event planner, I always cared about what the other person would think, because I wanted your event to be successful. I wanted everybody to come to your party to see how awesome your party was. So whatever needed to be done as an event planner, that's what I wanted to do. It wasn't necessarily so much about the money. It's because I loved my job. So I'm going to have to say that again, because I'm very passionate about it. I loved my job. As of today, I'm not feeling as though that's what I want to do, meaning work for the casinos again. I am being very prayerful, but I'm just telling the truth. I'm just telling the truth, and this is where I am as of today. So I'm still seeing the psychiatrist. I am no longer in therapy. I graduated today, September the 27th. Again, it's been over 1 year. I've been in physical therapy on the left shoulder and the right ankle. However, starting up first week in October, I will now be seeing a chiropractor. I've never been to a chiropractor, so it's going to be very interesting. Continue to follow me, subscribe, so I can keep you posted. So let's talk about discovering people. When I say discovering people, I'm talking about people that you've known prior to your trauma, prior to whatever happened to you, that now that you are a survivor, because it could be domestic violence, it could be a rape situation. There's just all different types of things, mental illness, that you can be a survivor, drug overdose, alcohol. So at the end of the day, like I said, we're very vulnerable. So what happens to you, and how do you feel when you start discovering people? Do you feel as though they look at you a certain way? They're talking about you behind your back. How do you feel? Email me, Lishey Johnson @gmail.com. I would love to hear from you, because I have some thoughts on my own, but I would like to hear from you, and then I will share them on the bonus track. So discovering the people, if though, wow, I didn't know that's how they were. Well, guess what? They never changed. It's you that have changed. Now you're being just a little bit more observant, because you're sitting still and you're actually paying attention. So be careful. Be careful who you allow in your space at this time. And it's okay to just say, I need to be alone. It's okay, so that you can get a clear head. You're not getting caught up in any type of mixed emotions. You are feeling what it is that you need to feel at this moment, because it is all about you. It's about your healing process. It's about you studying you. It's about you taking care of mind, body, and spirit. It's only one of you. So let's talk about, we talked about, and I'm sharing with discovering people since you've been on this new journey. And then what about your spouse? If your spouse wasn't there, and at this time I'm specifically speaking about Gilroy, El Paso, the Garlic Festival, the Las Vegas massive shooting, Parkland. If your parents wasn't there, your spouse wasn't there, and it was just you, How are your conversations? Do you feel as though they're listening? Do you feel as though they understand? Do you feel as though they are compassionate, or showing sympathy or emphasizing with you? How do you feel? Email me, Li Shey Johnson at gmail.com. I know how I feel, but how do you feel? And then your children. So if you were at Walmart per se, at the Las Vegas Country Festival, and your kids was with the babysitter, so now that you're back home and you're trying to heal, you're trying to get yourself back together, but now all of a sudden your kids is acting out because they're going to try you. They're going to try you. They know that you're going through a lot. So this is a time for them to just take advantage. Take advantage of the whole situation. You need to be in counseling so that you can work these things out. And you need to let them know, I don't appreciate your behavior. I'm still healing. I don't know when I'm going to be done healing, because there is no time frame. You can't put a date on someone healing. The bottom line is that you're doing something about it. You're not being transparent if though it didn't happen. You acknowledging that it happened. And the only person can help you, per se, is a third party that don't know you, can't be biased, and you're there to share and to get some tools on how to help you become better, become stronger, become wiser, and just kind of work on being patient with yourself, because you need to be patient with yourself. That's huge. That is huge, because sometimes we sit back and we've got this task, this task, this task. I'm used to spinning like 9 plates at one time, but guess what? I'm able to do 2. When I get to that third plate, I can't remember what I was supposed to be doing with the first plate. So for me, it's huge. How do I feel about that? Oh my God, I hate it. I hate it. So what are you going through? Because there's some things that you are going to hate, and it's okay. Accept them, acknowledge it, and just try to do better. Don't be so hard on yourself. I know I'm preaching to the choir, but remember, this is my journey. I'm sharing my journey with you, and hopefully you can learn something from me, from going through what I'm going through. So now we got our kids acting out. So then what about your coworkers? You go back to work and they say, I got you, I got you. But in the meantime, they're trying to set you up on the job, or they snitching per se, or they want your job now. I got you, I got you. Be careful, because remember what happened to you, whether it happened at work, happened outside of work, you still have to go to work and perform. And if you feel as though you cannot, that's when you need to go out on the FMLA, or go see a psychiatrist, go see a doctor, and take some time off is what I recommend. Take some time off, go to the beach, go somewhere if you can, and just take time for you. You have to make time for yourself. And then what about the AKA, I call them Christian folks? You know, the ones that every time you see them, in the name of Jesus, God this, God that. But then you see how they live their daily lives. Pay attention. Pay attention. And be careful. Don't let everybody pray for you or pray over you. I'm going to say that one more time. Don't let everybody pray over you or pray for you. So just again, be careful. So we have those people that's faith, faith, faith. I call them AKA Christian folks. But then they never come and check on you. So now where I live, I have a Mormon church on the corner. I tell you that every Tuesday or every Thursday they come and knock on my door and just want to pray for me or see if there's a kind deed or something that they can do. I greatly appreciate that. And then also you have your neighbors. Get to know your neighbors. I know everybody on my block. Get to know your neighbors, because just in case you need a helping hand, your neighbors are right there. I've had to call on my neighbors more than I would have ever thought I would have had to do. But in the dire need, I had to call on my neighbors. So get to know your neighbors and exchange a telephone number and let them know, I'm not good right now. I'm not this, I'm not that. Can I give you my number and get your telephone number? And when I'm having a bad day or something happens, I would love to send you a text. And if you could just reach out to one of my family members, I would greatly appreciate it. That way, you know, you have things lined up and things are in place. So I remember like the 4th of July, I thought I was good. I had my aromatherapy, going through all my breathing exercises on the 4th of July because I knew there were going to be massive fireworks going on. But when I tell you where I live, it was like set it off. The fireworks were better than the fireworks on the strip. So that's saying a lot. I had my earplugs in. I had the windows open and I'm just looking at the fireworks display, and I had the music up really, really loud. So about 6 different neighbors came and they were knocking on my door. I didn't even hear them knocking on the door because I had the music up so loud. Until they text me, then I knew that they were at the door. So all of these things I did in preparation of being ready. So in my mind, I assumed everything was going to be over with at about 10:30. Let me tell you, at about 11:45, I would say 11:30-ish, it was like the fireworks started all over again. They opened up a new case of fireworks. What I did then was call my neighbor, and I text my neighbor and I said, I'm not good. Can you come and stay with me? My neighbor, Kathy, just in case you're listening, thumbs up to you, Kathy. I appreciate you. I appreciate you very much. No questions asked. She came over and she stayed all night and we slept on the couch. And I was finally able to doze off and go to sleep about 1 o'clock that morning. But the moral of the story here is to be able to reach out to someone other than your family, someone that is close, like right next door, where they don't have to get, did I say store or door? Right next door, where they don't have to get in their car and come 15 to 30 minutes away to come and help you out and just be there for you. So this episode basically is discovering your faith in your people. Just people. Faith and people. This is episode number 14. I am really struggling today. It's 72 hours from the 2nd year anniversary. I'm having an anxiety attack where I'm just like agitated, anticipating, and it's like I still have the Xanax, so I'm taking the Xanax still, which is like calm down, you know. And then another one that's really good is called Calm Forte. You can buy this over at GNC or a Whole Food store. They're like little baby aspirins, so it's over the counter and it's called Calm, CALM Forte, FORTE. Those can help you sleep. So if you are a person that don't want to take prescription medicine, Calm Forte is good. It's about the size of like a baby aspirin. I remember when I was studying for my Series 7 test, working for an investment firm, I would take the Comforte after I didn't studied all day and couldn't go to sleep. I would take the Comforte so that I can sleep. So I just want to personally thank you for bearing with me today. This one was tough, but I made a commitment to have a podcast to go out every Sunday at 7 o'clock. So I am sharing with you my life. This is real stuff as it unfolds. So the 2nd year anniversary, October 1, Las Vegas massive shooting, is 72 hours away. By the time you hear this podcast, I will be on the beach somewhere. This is being pre-recorded because I don't know how I'm going to feel on Sunday the 29th. So again, reach out to me. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know if the podcast is helping you in any kind of way. So like I said, this is number 14. I'm going to do about 20, and I'm just going to sit back and kind of wait and get the feedback and start seeing my chiropractor and see how things unfold. So again, you can catch me on YouTube. Why Not Me, October 1, Li Shey Johnson. Tune into the podcast, Why Not Me, every Sunday, 7 p.m. I have about another 6 episodes that I am going to record. Also, the website is www.whynotme1october.com. Blessings to you and your family. And remember, be good to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Protect yourself and have wisdom at this time. Have wisdom, and it is okay. It is okay to tell people that you are not good. It is okay to tell people that you need time alone. Don't isolate yourself. Still get up, go to the movies, go eat. You can do those things alone and create and meet new friends. That's what I am going to suggest. Stretch out. Talk to someone that you wouldn't have never talked to before. So just be open in your new journey, your new walk of life. So I'm going to leave you with just be open. Be real to yourself. Allow yourself to feel what it is that you are feeling. You will never forget what has happened. Embrace it, accept it, love on yourself, and love and get to know the new you. God bless you. Continue to pray for our country. It is a tough time right now, but keep your eyes open and remember to take care of yourself. Good night.